Montlick & Associates proudly presents the Montlick Military Salute of the Week.
I never thought I would join the Navy, growing up and going through high school and everything. I graduated high school. I had gone to college for a little bit. Was working some part-time jobs. I was working in retail. I worked in a grocery store. I worked as a waiter. Made good money, for a 19-year-old or a 20-year-old. But I didn't think it was something that I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So I talked to a friend of mine, and actually he was in the Navy for the first enlistment, 5 years, and he got out and he was raving about all the things that they offered him. When he got out, he had a skill and all these benefits and things like that. So I called a few recruiters and got more information, and it wound up being a perfect fit for the things I was looking for. I graduated boot camp in 1994, and then straight from boot camp I went to Naval Hospital Corps School, which is also in Great Lakes, Illinois. After that I went to Naval Hospital Charleston and was there for 2.5 years. From there I wanted to get a skill, so I went to respiratory therapy school. I work in the medical field, and that was in San Antonio, Texas, and then San Diego, California. I got orders to Naples, Italy, brand new. I took my wife, who had been in South Carolina, small town South Carolina, Florence, and we went off to Italy, and we brought our son with us, and we were there for 3 years. Great experience, challenging, but great experience. From there, I went to Cherry Point, North Carolina, on the Marine Corps Air Station there. Worked in the hospital for 3 years. During that time, I went down to, my job was to plan for deployments and the Fleet Hospital, and I had a chance to go down to Guantanamo Bay when they started expanding the base down there. From there, I went to Fleet Surgical Team 8, which was in Little Creek, Virginia, which gave me the opportunity to go on a lot of different ships. I was on 4 different ships at different times out of Little Creek. Got to travel the world a little bit, got to see Europe, got to see a lot of different things. I was actually, we were the ship that went through Hurricane Katrina when we were in the Gulf of Mexico for regular operations. We were doing a Panama Canal exercise in the Gulf of Mexico, and Hurricane Katrina popped up, and we were given orders from Big Navy that we were to stay there because we had a very big we had probably about 60 medical professionals on the boat at that time. And we just stayed there, and riding a hurricane out through a ship is a different experience. But it was great. It was very rewarding. And then from Fleet Surgical Team 8, I went back to, I had been at sea for a long time. I went back to Naples, Italy, which was different because it was a new hospital. The hospital had been, the old hospital had been, they got rid of it. And then they had the new hospital, which was great. I was there for 4 years. During those 4 years, I got what we call an individual augmentee, where I deployed to Afghanistan. And the base was Camp Bastion, which is at the time, well, I think still today, it's the largest trauma hospital in the world as far as amount of patients being seen and level of care provided and things like that, which was pretty amazing. It was a NATO base. We had a British commanding officer, and then we had a Scottish commanding officer. So I worked with them as staff members. We also treated local Afghan, both friendly, and we also had not friendly, enemies that we treated. And we had all sorts of different NATO soldiers, sailors, everything that came through. Because the way the Navy works now is much different than it was. When people thought I was in the Navy, they think you're on ship all the time. Whereas now we have so many Navy sailors out there on the ground, side by side with, the Army, the Air. On our base we had Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines, everything. So, and we treated all of those plus the NATO and the local nationals as well. Right now I'm on shore duty, we call it. I'm at the Marine Corps Logistics Base in Albany, Georgia, and I'm the senior enlisted leader for the medical clinic there, which we see all different patients. We have retirees, we have children, we have active duty, we have different things. I really enjoy the part of my job where I get to mentor the junior sailors, people that have been in the Navy for just a brief period of time, and explain to them the different benefits, the different things that they can take advantage of. I also like seeing and talking to the patients that we treat. It's very rewarding to talk to somebody that's been in the military 30 years ago, 50 years ago even. We have them walking through the door all the time. It's great. Also, one of my responsibilities is to keep the command in the Marine Corps side of things informed of what's going on. Do they need flu shots? Do they need a physical? Do they need, what do they need? So that the Marines are ready to do what they need to do when they need to do it. Like I said, I was looking for something that would offer me a marketable skill. I've gotten that. Something that's given me a future. I've got retirement benefits, something that will give you an experience. There's the tangible things, there's the pay, the benefits, etc. But there's also the intangibles of, when you're at a baseball game and everybody stands up and the national anthem goes off, you're a little bit more proud. It's a great experience. It gives you the ability to kind of get off your feet. A lot of people are sitting at home. They want to move out of their house, but they don't have the money. They want to get a career, but they don't have the time to get the education. The military offers you all of those things, the educational benefits, etc. And just the fact that when you, down the road, when your mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunts and uncles ask you, hey, can you wear your uniform? Or they ask you these questions. What was it like to be in Afghanistan? What was it like to be on a ship in the middle of nowhere? Those are great experiences that you can share with not only your regular family, your immediate family, but also your extended family. I've been in the Navy 17 years now, and I've done some things. I've been in 40, I think last count was 41 different countries. Most of them were via the military. And my children have seen the Colosseum in Rome, the Acropolis in Greece. They've stayed in a castle in Scotland. We went to where Braveheart was from. Some amazing experiences that they can tell their grandkids about. The military offers you so many different things, and you can kind of guide and direct your career as you best see fit. Also, another really rewarding part of my job is that we get to treat those that have gone before us, those that are coming up behind us, and those that are serving now. That's very rewarding.
Okay, very good. Well, this is also going online.
Okay.
You've been in 42 different countries. Is anybody out there you want to say hello to that's watching on the World Wide Web?
Oh, well, I just left Naples, Italy. I have a lot of friends there, so they can, hi. But I have family in Norway too, so that's good.